everyone, welcome back to Three Kids in a Home. I am Tiffany, and today I am in my dining room in Entryway getting it decorated for Christmas. Yes, it is that wonderful time of year where we are celebrating Jesus as the reason for the season, and I am so excited. It definitely crept up on me, but nevertheless we are here. So today I am using a lot of old pieces that I already had on hand. I don't know if you watched my videos from 2 years ago, but I did all things to glorify Jesus in my dining room, and so I'm bringing those pieces back out this year, but I'm going to be throwing in a different accent color. So I'm going to be mixing in some blue with it this year, and that's kind of the color that I'm going to be using throughout my home. I'm using all shades of blue, and so I've got all of my old decor. You see I've got some old ribbon, got some old garland, some old picks here, and that's one easy way that you're able to just give your Christmas decor a new updated look, is just take all those old pieces and then just throw in a different color in there. And it's quick, it's easy, and it's inexpensive to mix it up just like that and create a whole new look. So we're going to go ahead and get started, but before we do, I do want to get in today's verse, which comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9, and it reads, "And he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, most gladly I will rather boast in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me." A few years ago, I was in Walmart and I found this really cute ornament set that had white and gold and had all of the images of the nativity on it. And so I decided to pick those up, and between Target and a few other places, I picked up like some musical instruments and things and everything that could be used to celebrate the birth of Jesus. And so I loved it. When I used it a few years ago, I only used it as gold and white. So I brought it back this year, but I'm adding in blue because, of course, blue represents royalty, which is what Jesus is. And so it was really hard for me to be able to find blue accent pieces. Like, I remember a few years ago, blue was everywhere. And now this year, the traditional colors are trending. And so I could hardly find blue anywhere. But I did find a few accent pieces at Kirkland's and some picks and things at Michael's. Also on Amazon, I did find this beautiful blue and gold ribbon. It came in a set of 5 different patterns, and so you're going to see me use those throughout both of the trees. Now I'm using navy blue in the dining room, but I am mixing up different shades of blue throughout my home along with the whites, golds, and creams. So stay tuned because I have at least 2 more Christmas decor videos coming soon.
But something's missing. I wonder what this year. I'ma give me something special. It doesn't cost a dime, but it's precious. Hopes that I won't forget it, then I won't forgive him, no. Been thinking about you and me, another kind of chemistry. I got nothing on my Christmas list but you, but you.
So here is what the first tree looks like. I love it. The blue really makes it bold and it stands out a lot. And so I'm going to go ahead and decorate the second tree. Now, as if you haven't been here before, I always do 2 trees in my dining room, and I decorate them similar but different. So on the first tree, where I used more bolder colors with the blue picks and everything, I'm going to make the second tree softer. So I'm still going to use the blue, golds, and whites, but I'm just going to use a lighter color ribbon. As you can see, the blue ribbon that I have, it is blue and gold, but it's more opaque. And so I'm going to add that along with some lighter color gold ribbon. And instead of the blue picks, I'm going to be adding in some champagne color picks. And it's really going to soften this tree up a lot more compared to the one on the right.
Christmas list but you, but you.
for my Christmas tree skirts, I don't really buy anything special. I use whatever I have, and you've actually seen me break out ribbon to use on these trees before. I think I used it a few years ago, this same exact ribbon on my trees. And so I'm just going to add that just to kind of hide the legs of the tree, but also it just adds in a little bit more detail for the tree. Moving on to our dining room table, I'm going to go ahead and set it up with some Christmas decor. Now, we really don't eat in this space. I really only use this space for entertaining when we have a lot of guests. I use it as overflow, either to set up for food as more space for guests to eat at. However, I do like to keep it decorated because it really helps to elevate the look of my home when guests walk into it. And so I like the look, but I don't really go all out. So you're going to see me add some things, but I don't add like silverware and all of that because I just don't think that it's necessary. Y'all would not believe this, but these poinsettia placemats actually came from the Family Dollar. I found them a few weeks ago. They came in a set of 2 and they were $3 for the set. So I'm adding those in, and then I'm going to be adding in these clear chargers. I love the beautiful gold beading detail around the rim. I found these at, I believe, Hobby Lobby a few years ago. I love how versatile a white plate can be. Like, you can use this for any season, any time of the year. So I'm adding those in. And then also a few years ago, I did find these gold rim bowls at the Dollar Tree, y'all. So I was able to pick those up for just $1 each. And then to set it off, I'm adding in this "Oh Come Let Us Adore Him" sign. And I think I found that sign at Hobby Lobby a few years ago. Now, to add in more of that navy blue, I'm going to be adding in these blue and gold poinsettias. They also have some more of that light blue, which I'll be using throughout the rest of my home, so that kind of ties it together. And then over here on my console, I'm just going to be adding in some blue florals and a few other colors to it just to kind of mix it up a little bit. So the next day I came back and I found these napkins off of Amazon, and I thought that this would go perfectly. Originally I was just going to stick with the champagne gold color napkins that I had used in the past, but then I decided that I wanted something to add a little bit more boldness to this table. So I'm just going to do a very quick bow tie folding right here, and I'm going to do it again in a little bit so you can see how it goes. And then I'm just going to stick these napkin rings on them and just stick those right inside the bowl. The look is so easy to create, but it also just makes the space look a little bit more elegant. The final thing that I'm adding to this table are these beautiful flute glasses. I found these at TJ Maxx a few years ago, and I love the look that they bring to this space. And that is going to be it. As I said, I don't really find the need for silverware. If I actually use this space in that manner, then I would break it out. But really, as I said, I just like to decorate it for the look when you walk into our home. So I'm moving on to the entryway. So I'm going to be pairing up 2 different kinds of garland for my stairway this year. Michael's had their 40% off Christmas sales the past few weekends, so I was able to get some really good deals on some new garland. So I just picked up a few pieces to be able to use throughout our home this year. And next, I'm just going to add in a few simple pieces just to spruce the garland up a little bit. I didn't really want to do too much to it because the center of attention really goes to our dining room when you walk in, because it's one of the first things that you see. And so I like that to kind of be the highlight. So I originally thought about putting this blue poinsettia over here, but you're going to see me change that out later because, like I said, I really wanted to mix in creams and whites with the blue this year, and so I thought that that would be too overpowering if I leave it like that. So watch how I change it up. I'm actually going to come back to that garland to add in just a few more little pieces to it, but I really loved how it looked once I added in those berry picks. It was so cute. So now over here, I just added a tree in this corner, and I'm not going to be decorating this tree. Y'all saw me add a tree in the corner last year. I'm just adding in some gift boxes. These are different from the ones that I used last year, but I already had them in my collection. So since I'm doing more of the golds this year, I did want to break these back out. And then I'm just going to be adding in some big ornaments. So just a quick fun fact, my job throughout college was working at Bed Bath & Beyond. And if you haven't been in Bed Bath & Beyond before, then you know they are notorious for having things piled up really high on shelves. And so When I worked there, I had to get on ladders all the time, and I was so terrified of getting on those ladders. Like, my knees would be shaking and everything, but after a while I got used to it. And y'all, when I tell y'all that I have absolutely no problem hopping on a ladder and going really high, like I've climbed to the top of my house before, like it is not a problem for me. Like, my husband is always laughing at me because I will grab a ladder in a heartbeat. So last year, y'all saw me use these light up letters and attach it to the railings of our steps and use a wreath in the middle for the letter O. Well, I'm just doing it a little differently this year. I ordered the light up letter O, and I'm just going to be adding it to our shelving over here, and then just adding in some more of that blue color. So as you can see with the contrast between the dining room and here, I have more of like a steel blue that I'm using. It's a little bit more softer. So I'm adding in these picks, and then to my top shelf I'm just going to be adding in a little light up house and a little tree with another blue ribbon tied to it. So as I'm winding down my Christmas decorating in the dining room and entryway, I just want to welcome you if this is your first time here. I am Tiffany, and I do home decor, cleaning, DIY, and organization, but I do like to keep it simple because we do live in this home as a family, and we like to make sure we enjoy our space. So if you haven't already, make sure you go and check out some of my other videos and consider hitting that subscribe button. I do have at least 2 more Christmas decor videos coming for you all, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I hope that you were able to get some Christmas inspiration for your own decorating, and let me know if you have already started decorating. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week. Be blessed.
What